So, I'm going to warn you guys, before you see my list, you're going to see a couple things on here that's going to throw you off, and I'm going to explain why. I really like spring because I feel like it's the most versatile season when it comes to fragrances. What I mean by that is some days it's kind of chilly, some days it's raining a lot, some days it's hot. So I feel like you can kind of wear your dark stuff that's not too strong, and you can wear your light stuff for the days that's hot. If it's your first time on my channel, I'm Lee. Welcome to Lee Style and Fragrance. Here I discuss various topics like men's style, fragrance, grooming, vlogs, and I throw a dash of confidence at you every once in a while. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. You guys are the best, but you already know this, LSF fam. If any of those topics I just discussed interest you, please make sure you hit that sub. Make sure you hit that notification button so anytime I drop a video, you guys will be first in line. So without further ado, for the most versatile season, this was a pretty hard list for me to come with, and just so you guys know, this is the designer list. I will be doing a niche list as well because I feel like it's so versatile. I just had so many to pick from, so I had to actually separate the two. So at the number 10 spot, actually something that I haven't worn in a little bit, but it is the scent by Hugo Boss. But if you look at this guy, you see I have quite a dent on it. This is a very interesting fragrance. It's not really something that is, I will say it's mass pleasing, but I'm not going to say it's something that would knock you off your toes. It's not something that is revolutionary in any way. It's just a really easy scent to wear. It's very pleasing. A lot of people like it. And this is the first version, so this is not the intense version. You're looking at notes of ginger, maninka, and lavender. You get a lot of that ginger. It's just a really fresh, dark, spicy scent. So it's really easy to wear, and you can pretty much dress it up or dress it down. Get about 5 hours of performance out of it. Really good scent. Number 9 spot, you have this scent by Hugo Boss. Number 9 spot, we have something that I really like. It's actually Oud Bergamot. Now, the reason I really like Oud Bergamot is for those chillier days or those days that are raining. This is definitely something that you could wear because it's a very, very light oud, and the bergamot just makes it really bright. It's something that is very easy to wear. It's non-offensive, and it's something that is not overpowering. So Oud Bergamot for the number 9 spot. Number 8, we have Dunhill Icon. Dunhill Icon smells amazing. I kept hearing people rave about it, and I'm like, what is this Dunhill Icon? Because sadly, I didn't smell it until last year. But this is going to be a very great fragrance to wear. I don't own a full bottle of Dunhill Icon yet, but I definitely feel like this is something that a lot of guys should reach for when it comes to the spring, because it's a very, very good fragrance, very mass pleasing, 6 hours of performance. You have notes of bergamot and lavender. It has a fresh citrusy touch, slightly woody, but it's a really mass pleasing fragrance. It smells absolutely amazing, very easy to wear. Number 8 spot, you have Dunhill Icon. Number 7 spot, you have Dior Homme Sport. Now, this is another fragrance I do not own, but I feel like this is something that is perfect for the springtime. Unlike Dior Eau Cologne, which is the one I own, this is going to be a little bit brighter because you have more citruses, so you're going to have some bergamot, some lemon in there, and it's even brighter because it has this fresh ginger in there, and all those ingredients or notes are very, very well blended, and they smell so amazing together. This is not soapy, and it doesn't have that Irish like Dior Homme does, but it's just a really bright and fun fragrance. So when I think of spring, because you have flowers blooming and you have fresh cut grass, I think of bright fragrances, and this is definitely a bright fragrance. So this is something that I will highly recommend to buy a full bottle of, and I'm definitely going to end up buying one very soon because I don't own a full bottle, just a decant. But Dior Homme Spot for the number 7 spot. For the number 6 spot, this is just something that I feel like is very versatile, and this is a fragrance that I feel like can be worn all year because of a lot of the notes it has. So I feel like this is something you can wear on the hotter days. This is something that you can wear on the chillier and rainy days. But it is Dillon Blue by Versace. Absolutely love this fragrance. It is a mass pleaser, one of the most complimented fragrances, if not the most complimented fragrances in this entire list. You have notes of incense, ambroxan, and bergamot. So you're gonna get some incense. It's not gonna be a lot of incense, but that ambroxan and incense combo is to die for. This is something that you can definitely dress up, something you can wear for dates. This is definitely something that's going to give you a bunch of compliments, and it's going to last the entire day. And when it comes to this whole list, I actually believe this is going to have the best performance. This is like 8+ hours of solid performance. Awesome fragrance. Number 6 spot, Dillon Blue by Versace. Alright, top 5. Top 5 is really good, and this was really tough for me to come up with this, especially to put it in the right order. So starting in heavy for the number 5 spot, actually a fragrance that a lot of people will say is great for the fall, but again, on the rainier days, cooler days, or date nights, you have CH Men Privé. This is leather, it's whiskey, and it's tonka bean. So you're going to get this creamy, nutty vibe. You're going to get the whiskey and the leather. This is an amazing fragrance. This, when it comes to how sexy it is, this is definitely the sexiest fragrance on this list. Great for dates, great for close encounters, great for compliments. People absolutely love this fragrance, and I feel like on the date nights, cooler nights, you can definitely rock this. And I'm going to be wearing this a lot for date nights in the spring. CH Men Privé in the number 5 spot. Number 4 spot, we have the classiest fragrance on this list, but it's Terre de Hermes. This smells so good. It smells so good, and it's just very classy and very elegant. I'm going to be wearing this a whole lot. Absolutely fell in love with this fragrance, and I feel actually bad because I smelled this for the first time 2 years ago. This is a very popular fragrance. I tried it on my skin, and I was like, I see what all the hype is about. But you have notes of orange, vetiver, and pepper. So you get kind of this like fresh cut grass with a little bit of pepper and this bright orange. And this is another very bright fragrance. It's just a very fun, classy, welcoming fragrance. You're gonna garner a lot of compliments. I get about 6 solid hours of performance. Awesome fragrance, and it's very versatile. Dress it up, dress it down. Number 4 spot, you have Terre de Hermes. Number 3 spot, you have one of my new favorite spring scents because it just screams spring, but it is by Banana Republic. Yes, Banana Republic has an amazing fragrance, and it's called Vintage Green. This right here is just super green. By that, you have notes of green tea, you have some fig, and you have some bergamot. So it's gonna be not really fruity, but fig has this like earthy smell to it. So it's like this earthy, slightly fruity smell. You definitely get a whole lot of green tea, and you get the bergamot. This is an amazing fragrance, compliment getter. As far as performance, it's not the best when it comes to performance. I get about 4 or 5 hours of performance, but as far as just how it smells amazing. And I am still shocked that I got this from Banana Republic. This is definitely, in my opinion, their best fragrance. This and probably Oud Mosaic, but Vintage Green, amazing fragrance, very easy to wear. This is a dumb reach. I feel like this and Dillon Blue is probably the dumbest reach. By that I mean really easy to grab when you don't want to think too much about what you want to wear. Very easy fragrance to wear. So number 3 spot, you got Vintage Green by Banana Republic. Number 2 spot. Now, I actually thought this was going to be number 1, so I'm surprised that this wasn't number 1 on my list. But we have X batch. Now, this is not the intense version because I just learned that they had the intense version and I haven't put my nose on it yet. So this is going to be the original X batch. But pretty much, if you guys haven't seen my review on X batch, please check it out. I'm going to link it down below. This is basically a mixture of the best notes from Dior Sauvage and the best notes from Aventus. Now, I don't get too much Aventus from this, but I get a lot of Dior Sauvage. And in my opinion, I feel like this is just a better version of Dior Sauvage. It's going to have really good performance, 7+ hours. You're going to have some ambroxan in here, black currant, and pineapple. So you're going to get a lot of that black currant and pineapple and that ambroxan. And this is an amazing, amazing fragrance. You're going to get a lot of compliments. This is awesome for the clubs. This is awesome for close encounters. Somewhere where you want to get a whole bunch of compliments, you're definitely going to get it from this. And you get a solid 7+ hours of performance again. So you cannot go wrong. This is another dumb reach. So number 2 spot, you have X Batch by Perfumes Vintage. So I know you guys are curious. You're like, wow, X Batch was in number 1. What could be number 1? This is actually a new release, and it is from Replica. So Replica came out with another banger. We're talking about Under the Lemon Tree. I have started to slowly fall in love with the lime note the past few years. And I feel like they captured it very, very well in this new fragrance. So, of course, they have lime in there, green tea, and white musk. So, when it comes to performance, I don't feel like this performs very well. I get about 6 hours out of this, but you can always respray. But it's a very light fragrance. It's like, it's soapy, but at the same time, it's very bright and citrusy. But it is an amazing fragrance. I love how it smells. Best thing about this fragrance is definitely the opening. Projection isn't too crazy, so this is like a close encounter fragrance. But if you're going to something like a wedding or you're going to an office, I feel like this is the perfect fragrance to wear. But I love how it smells, and that's exactly why I made my number 1 spot. And I don't have a full bottle of it yet, only have a travel spray, but I will be getting a full bottle of this soon. But I feel like you guys should definitely check this out for your springtime. There you have it. That is my top 10. Let me know what you guys are going to be rocking this spring. Give me your top 3. Put it down in the comments. I'm very curious to know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smell stylish. Niche list dropping soon, so watch out for that. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, share this video, and of course subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace.